Hi, I've got a problem. And when you have a problem, you should get some help. And this is why Chris is here. He's going to help me understand the concept of knock-knock jokes. So the reason why I have a problem is that apparently knock-knock jokes are so well known and the concept is so worn out that I actually never heard a proper knock-knock jokes. All I ever heard were parodies.
Well,
like where people tried to do a knock-knock joke and it obviously didn't work. A parody would be, like the first knock-knock joke I ever heard was in Father Ted, where Father Dougal Maguire tried to tell a knock-knock joke, which went, knock-knock.
Who's there?
Father Dougal Maguire. And which obviously went wrong, but I never knew what went wrong.
Well, I don't think there's any good knock-knock jokes. Like, I've never really heard one that is hysterical. They aren't.
Okay.
I mean, they're formula jokes, aren't they? They're not. You're never going to sort of laugh at them very much.
Well, it's already one mystery solved then. So, as far as I did understand, the concept of a knock-knock joke is person A says knock-knock, imitating a knock on the door. Person B then has to say who's there. Yeah. Person A says something that could be a first name, or that is a first name.
Mm-hmm.
And then person B has to say something, something who.
Yeah.
And then I have to, like person A has to add something, like a last name, but
It's
altogether
wordplay.
it's a wordplay.
Yeah. Pun.
I'm not really, like,
A cheap
I'm going
pun.
to try one, I'm going to try one.
Okay.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Merry.
Merry who?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
That wasn't funny. Okay, that didn't work. But it was...
But you're gonna struggle to make me laugh at knock-knock jokes because they're not that funny.
But it was, I did follow the concept though.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Little old lady.
Little old lady who?
I didn't know you could yodel.
Okay, yeah. That's interesting. Okay.
And that's a wordplay.
Yeah, but
isn't
that's like making the other person look stupid. That's the joke then?
it? Yeah, I know. I've got a few more of those.
Okay, but yeah, try one.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
It's the master. And knocks 4 times.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. No, it was okay.
It was weak at best. There's also knock knock.
Who's there?
I've done up.
I've done the poo? What? Oh god. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, this is about making people look stupid. Alright.
They're my favourite kind of jokes.
I think I've grasped the concept now, and I think it can also explain why knock-knock jokes are funny, or why they're supposed to be funny. And I'm going to have to do some theory here. In 1900, French philosopher Henri Bergson published his essay Le Rire, Laughter. One of the questions he's looking into is, when do we laugh? When is something funny? And he claims that we mainly laugh about one or other of 2 things: inadequacies and mistakes. Using inadequacies to amuse people often shows in caricatures, where, for example, an inadequacy between object and dimension creates a grotesque effect, which makes us laugh. Another comical inadequacy would be the one between means and ends, both of which Chris was kind enough to demonstrate in these 2 drawings. We also laugh at mistakes, at our own as well as at the ones others make, which happens frequently, as our mind is used to extrapolate from incomplete data. All the time, our mind tries to think ahead. We recognize a situation, we think we know how it continues, and when we're wrong and something surprising happens, we laugh at our mistake. Most jokes are based upon that concept, and it works for the knock-knock jokes, a knocking on the door, a name, and then an unexpected wordplay, as well as for the parodies, where we recognize a knock-knock joke, which then unexpectedly goes wrong because one of the 2 parties involved is mistaken. But there's something else Bergson explains. Humor is more than a mere pleasure of the intellect. It is a social activity and has social meaning. This is why it's more difficult to laugh alone than in a group. There is a complicity in laughter. One who doesn't get a joke while everybody else is laughing is excluded from the group. And this is why people often fake understanding and laugh with the group, even if they don't know what about. This social aspect of humor is particularly interesting in the case of knock-knock jokes, where it is part of the concept to include a second person. They're the quintessential social jokes, creating complicity, involving a second person, even without them having to be funny. And this is, I think, why knock-knock jokes work so well. I think they must work well with children. They don't have to say much. It's really just knock-knock. And you say two things, and you're part of a joke.
I also think because they're quite easy, children learn knock-knock jokes as like an entry into actually being funny. Like they're so formulaic that a child can pick up the formula and know how to tell that. So it's quite like an easy entry into telling jokes. I know I used to love them when I was little, and I've turned out pretty funny.
Well, in the meantime, I have looked up some knock-knock jokes. I'm going to try a few
Okay.
on you. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Doris.
Doris who?
Doris locked, that's why I'm knocking.
Yes, that's quite good.
That's, yeah, okay. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Iva.
I've saw a hand from knocking on the
Yes,
door
I
this
know
much.
that
I
one.
know that one.
Ah. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Amish.
Amy Shue.
Really? You don't look like a shoe. I got him, yeah. But is that funny though? Is that, you're laughing?
Amy Shue.
You either...
Yes, it's funny if you catch someone unexpected. That's what made me laugh, because
Yeah.
I've not heard that one before.
do the unexpected and then you're funny.
There you go.
This is what I'm saying. This is what only Bergson says.
Hey Astrid, there were some really cool knock-knock jokes, but I've got a joke for you. What would you call a gay dinosaur? Extinct! It's an anti-joke. And if you want to know more about anti-jokes, and we've made a video comparing English anti-jokes.
And German Sparwitze, which are anti-jokes as well. But we're going to compare which ones are funnier.
And yeah, if you want to watch that, then click on our faces to be transported over to my channel. Did I move my camera over there, or was it always there?
I have no idea. I think you moved it.